The war of words between the BJP's prime ministerial nominee and NCP chief Sharad Pawar is now spiralling. A day after Narendra Modi blamed Pawar for a spate of farmer suicides in Maharashtra, Pawar has hit back, saying Modi needs to be treated in a mental hospital for talking rubbish.
माझ्यावरती काहीच परिणाम झालेला आहे. उगीच काही जास्त बोलण्याचा अर्थ नाही. निवडणूक संपेल, त्यांचा पराभव करू आणि चांगलं कुठं हॉस्पिटल असल्याचं बघू. आम्ही त्याच्यावरती लक्ष घालू. आम्ही काळजी घेऊ त्याची. काही चिंता करण्याचं कारण नाही. त्यांच्या सहकार्यानं मी प्रेमाने सांगतो की आम्ही याची काळजी घेऊ.
The BJP has also taken a dig at Pawar, saying it will apologize to him considering his mental condition. National Affairs Editor Javed Ansari is with us for a quick word and perspective on this. Javed, the elections haven't even started yet, and we've already seen, just how low, leaders across party lines can actually go. We've had one from a BJP MLA today. You've had, someone as senior as Sharad Pawar say this. So it's not about age, it's not about experience. Anything goes this election season, Javed.
Absolutely. Politics often, and especially through elections, bring out the worst in our politicians. This is one such case, and this is just degenerating into a muckraking contest.
Yes.
It's doing no justice to this largest electoral exercise of its kind in the world. The politicians are not doing any justice to themselves, and it's a very sad commentary. Instead of this being a contest between differing ideas, this has not turned into a competition about who can abuse more and who can set the bar lower. It's really deplorable, and it says very little for the politicians involved in all this.
And like Javed just pointed out, it can only get worse. Campaigning is on. The elections themselves haven't really begun yet. There's a model code of conduct in place right now, but it doesn't appear to really affect anyone. Like Javed said, elections bring out the worst in all of our netas, and this isn't confined to any one party. It's across all party lines. They're the dirtiest polls ever so far. The latest to join the band of foul-mouthed leaders is BJP MLA from Rajasthan. BJP MLA Hiralal stooped to a new low by hitting out at Congress President Sonia Gandhi and Vice President Rahul Gandhi. First, listen in to the filth that he spewed from stage.
कुछ भी नहीं है यहाँ पर. अखबार में पढ़ते सोनिया जी के पास गाड़ी नहीं है. अरे तो भाई क्या पैदल चलते हो क्या? अरे तो देश में बहुत है. इनको विदाई करो और इनको बीजा बना लिया है. मोदी जी का जिस दिन प्रधानमंत्री पद पे बैठेंगे, ये इटली के लिए रवाना हो जाएंगे.
The Congress has written to the Election Commission seeking strong action against the MLA.
What do you expect, anybody from the BJP to do any better? We don't expect any better. Look at the kind of language Narendra Modi has used against Mrs. Gandhi right from 2004. And look at the kind of expressions they use even against Rahul Gandhi. Do you expect this kind of dialogue in a democracy with 120 crore people?
Well, first it was superstar and Trinamool candidate Dev Adhikari. Now magician PC Sarkars' rape remark has triggered outrage. The magician turned Lok Sabha nominee from the BJP for the Varanasi constituency in West Bengal. Sarkar targeted Trinamool candidate Kakoli Dastidar, first saying he would slap her face and then asking her what would she say in case someone attempted to rape her. The Election Commission has sent a show cause notice to Sarkar for passing these filthy and violent remarks against Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee and his Trinamool rival.
রাজনৈতিক দুর্নীতি এবার আমার পালা বলেন তো ঠাটিয়ে থাপ্পড় করে দেবো ওদেরকে আমি জাদুকর ওদেরকে দূর করে দেবো সেই জন্য জাদুকর আমি দাঁড়ান না শহরে মেয়া ফলে যারা রেপ করেছে উনি তো বলেছে তার সব দুষ্টু ছেলে দুষ্টুমি ওনাকে জিজ্ঞেস করুন যদি ওনাকে কেউ রেপ করে তা কি করবে
তিনি এখানে একদিন পদযাত্রা বোধহয় করছিলেন আমি ডিএম সাহেবকে একটা সিডি জমা দিয়েছি যে সিডিটা আমি পেয়েছি যে কোনো জায়গা থেকে হোক সেই সিডিতে পরিষ্কার দেখা যাচ্ছে উনি বলছেন সাংসদ এখানে কিচ্ছু কাজ করেনি ও পাগল আমি ওর পাগলের চিকিৎসা করব আমি হলাম সাইকোলজিস্ট ঠাটিয়ে চড় মারবো আর যারা বদমাশ ছিল উনি বলছেন এটা পিসি এই বিজেপির প্রার্থী তিনি বলছেন যে ঠাটিয়ে আমাকে চড় মারবে এবং বলছেন যে উনি শয়তান গুন্ডাদেরকে নিয়ে চলেন, শয়তান গুন্ডাদেরকে উনি দুষ্টু বলেন। ওই দুষ্টু ছেলেরা ওনাকে রেপ করলে উনি তাদের কি বলবেন?
I have the utmost regards for Mr. P.C. Sarkar and have known him also personally, but this kind of statement was a little surprising for me, considering the fact that he has 3 daughters, in the family. I would just be thinking, as a civilized person, as a citizen of India, that during this elections, I think politicians should really refrain from making personal attacks.
I do not know what happened with him. He can fight politically. He can say what a political leader should say. But this is very shameful that he is saying against one woman.
We know that the Election Commission has taken cognizance of the matter. They have already started due process, and the Bharatiya Janata Party itself should take suitable account of the situation and come across with a statement in that regard.
The 2014 poll discourse is only getting uglier. I want to go straight across to headlines. Today's Manogya Loiwal joining me live this evening from Kolkata. Manogya, what action is being taken against P.C. Sarkar?
Well, till now, the Election Commission has finally considered the complaint formally. Trinamool Congress has registered a complaint in the Election Commission of India stating that this was a derogatory remark towards any kind of the candidate, and of course this was completely unacceptable. Well, with that also we've seen that there is a lot of talk that has been going on in the political circles, considering a remark coming from a statesman like him, and of course something that has not gone down well with not only with the party but with other political circles also.
Thanks, Manogya, for getting us that update. We're going to keep a close track on each and every one of these instances, and we're going to bring each one of those instances out here on headlines today until we get an answer and the matter is laid to rest. The Election Commission has taken action against P.C. Sarkar and demanded an explanation. But the latest to join this entire filthy bandwagon is former BJP leader One Singh, who's been expelled from the party for 6 years over his very public rebellion for a ticket from Rajasthan's Barmer constituency. It's no secret that Rajasthan's Chief Minister Vasundhara Raje was firm on giving the Barmer ticket to Congress import Colonel Sonia Chaudhary. In no mood to forget the incident, a very angry and incensed One Singh, who has filed his nomination as an independent from Barmer, has hit out at Raje, saying, "Since Maharanis don't have moustaches, why did she turn the tussle for the Barmer ticket into a matter of prestige?"
भाई, मुझे नहीं मालूम कि महारानियों की मूंछ होती है, पर मैं हंस क्यों रहे हैं आप? तो पर ऐसा ज़रूर लगता है कि पहले जो लक्ष्य 25 का था, अब वो सिमट करके 1 का हो गया है। क्या केवल राजस्थान में एक ही कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी है जो भारतीय जनता पार्टी जीतना चाहती है?
While the Congress still hasn't officially announced the name of its candidate from Varanasi against the BJP's Prime Ministerial nominee Narendra Modi and Aam Aadmi Party Chief Arvind Kejriwal, more party leaders are expressing a desire to contest from the temple town. The very latest is Rashid Alvi.
I'm confident because Varanasi is a secular town. Varanasi is a historical town. Even Mughal emperors, they used to visit to Varanasi to learn the lesson. And I'm sure this time, voters of Varanasi, people of Varanasi will teach a lesson to communal leadership. It is not important who will contest. I have offered my services. I have shown my desire. I have shown my commitment. And I'm sure if I am given this opportunity, people of Varanasi will support me, because their support is the support to secularism.
The BJP's first-time candidate from Ghaziabad, former Chief of Army Staff, General Vijay Kumar Singh's poll campaign is being run by an army mission. The headquarters are BJP President Rajnath Singh's residence. The strategists, top army veterans and the foot soldiers are the BJP's and RSS workers. Gaurav Sawant, my colleague, followed General Singh on his campaign trail to get a sense of General's mission Ghaziabad.
Former Chief of the Army Staff General VK Singh's election campaign is almost like a military mission. Top army veterans discuss the general's mission Ghaziabad, and BJP leaders and workers are his foot soldiers. The general's strategy is to have soldiers and youth together to conquer the bastion of Ghaziabad. General, you have both soldiers and the youth power. What is it that you're aiming for, sir?
See, I'm aiming for winning the love and confidence of the people of Ghaziabad.
Now, this is a constituency, like many others, they say, which is quite divided on caste lines. People are looking for votes on caste lines. How are you approaching those voters?
Being in the army, we never look at caste. We never look at religion. For us, nation comes first, always and every time. So, that is not, my plank is India, nation. Above all these little things that people have divided the vote banks on.
So no vote bank politics?
No vote bank politics at all. That is why the youth and others are with me.
They play a crucial role in mobilizing supporters, along with former army, junior commissioned officers and jawans who volunteered to make General VK Singh's mission Ghaziabad a success.
Whatever the problems of Ghaziabad are, they are around 40 years old, but he will handle them in a systematic manner. So he is the ideal candidate. In fact, everybody says that the army is the most secular organization in the country. And so he is the ideal man to become a member of parliament.
BJP President Rajnath Singh's Ghaziabad residence is General VK Singh's tactical headquarters. This is where he meets his troops and strategizes.
For him, Ghaziabad is there, and they also trust him that he will look after Ghaziabad like he has looked after the borders of India.
The general doesn't consider himself to be an outsider. Yet, he's leaving no stone unturned to connect with the people of Ghaziabad. With him on his campaign trail is his daughter, Mrinalini Singh. Through his poll campaign, the former Chief of the Army Staff has refused to comment on his rivals from either the Congress party, film star turned politician Raj Babbar, or journalist turned politician Shazia Ilmi of the Aam Aadmi Party. He says his campaign is positive and he trusts the intelligence of the people of Ghaziabad.
Here the whole campaign is based on how I can win the hearts of people and the confidence of people.
VK Singh, former Chief of the Army Staff, insisting that his aim now is to win hearts and minds of people of Ghaziabad. With cameraman Dinesh Lal, Gaurav Sawant in Ghaziabad for Headlines Today.